Welcome to this revitalizing spa yoga practice. Make sure that you have 2 blocks available and just set them aside for now. We'll use them later. You might not be in Mexico as I am in this class, but I hope to share some vacation vibes with you, a nice refresher for you, your body and your breath. In your seated position, begin some cat-cows. Inhaling to shift forward and arc your spine, and exhale to lean back and round with hands holding onto knees. Inhale, the hands can slide up your thighs a bit as your chest lifts. Exhale, hands slide towards knees and round, tuck your chin down. Just again, nice sweeping, exaggerated movements. Deep, deep breath. Let your jaw muscles relax as you arc and round. Notice what your spine is holding. Notice anywhere that the breath feels stuck. And from a seated position, nice tall spine, still spine now. We're going to inhale, squeeze shoulders up to ears. Exhale at the mouth as you relax the shoulders down. Inhale, squeeze up. Release it out the mouth as your shoulders soften down. Enjoy that a few more times. Then go in the other direction as well. Backing up as you inhale and the shoulders shrug forward and down as you exhale. So really just clearing out stuck areas of the body today so that you feel more spacious, so that you feel clearer and renewed as though you've just come from vacation. Sometimes you can really offer yourself that sensation from a quick, easy yoga practice. So be sure to switch the cross of your legs now. And with a nice tall spine, I'm just going to share with you the breathing exercise we'll do. It's really vigorous inhales and exhales with less exaggerated cat-cows. It's all through the nose. It's really clarifying. Inhale, lift the chest. Little exhale, hug belly in like this. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, draw navel in. Keep going. Inhale, lift chest, and as you strongly exhale, pull the abdomen in. A couple more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw belly in, all through the nose. And then just release that. Come into stillness, maybe hand on heart. A couple recovery breaths. So that was called Bastriki, and we're going to do one more round of this Bastriki breathing. Great way to expel stale or stuck energy. It's all through the nose, so not quite as big as cat-cows, right? Just a little smaller cat-cows. Join in with me as you're ready. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, belly in. Big inhale, chest up. Strong exhale. Keep going. Just activating your respiratory system, strengthening your lungs, making more space in the lung sacs, supersaturating your lungs. Couple more. Strong inhale, strong exhale. Softly letting that fade away, coming to stillness, maybe hand on upper chest. Feel a soothing, grounding sense with hand on heart, letting the breath slow and return to natural. Feeling revitalized, yeah. With your hands behind you on the floor now, take your feet flat on the mat in front of you and take a seated number 4, crossing right ankle over left thigh. Be sure to lift up out of your low back with chest open. And rock, tip your hips left to right a little bit. Send a few big breaths all around your outer right hip as your hips or your kind of feel like your knees are swaying side to side. And gently let the right knee press away from you, keeping that foot closest to you, the right foot really flexed and strong. And now make your breath as revitalizing and as clarifying as possible. You can imagine that you're breathing in tropical warm air the way I am here, or if you feel breathing in like cold, refreshing winter air is more soothing for you, imagine that. Take your time to switch the cross of your legs so you have your left ankle over right thigh, getting into your left outer hip. Let your hips rock a little to the left, little to the right. Let your legs sway a little to the left, little to the right. Keep your neck long and facial expression relaxed as you breathe deeply in and out. I love these little sways side to side. Just gives you a little more information on what's happening with all those amazing muscles around your left hip socket. Right? Sometimes little mindful movements will give us more clarity. Will help us to really open up locked areas. Take time to release and roll over onto your hands and your knees with your fingers spread apart on the mat. Okay, and then we'll inhale to arc the spine and exhale to round. We're doing cat-cows. We did them seated earlier. Now we're on all fours. Inhale, arc, and exhale, round. Look towards your knees. And just work with that a few more rounds. And feel that your tailbone is moving first and the rest of your spine follows. Tailbone moves and the rest of the spine follows in a wave. You can even tuck your chin in more to get the back of the neck. And then we're going to switch up the breathing pattern. So we're going to round as we inhale and then exhale out the mouth as you lift your chest. Again, inhale, round, puff your back up. Stick out your tongue as your chest lifts up. Round your back as you breathe in. Stick out your tongue as you breathe out. Lift your chin. Good. Inhale, round, tuck your tailbone. Exhaling, stretch out your tongue in that arc spine. Couple more. And eventually you can push back into a child's pose. So when we think about how to clear out residue from the body or how to kind of bring in relaxed, open, free vacation vibes into the body, we don't just think about it. We got to practice it. We have to practice releasing whatever is holding us back from those great connected feelings. So using the breath a lot throughout this practice and a lot of sweet hip openers too. Come up onto all fours and I'll get you to cross your right ankle in front of your left thigh. Yeah, so number 4 on hands and knees. And then inhale, arc. Exhale, round. You might feel more limited in the cat-cows because you've got a different leg position here, an asymmetrical leg position. Couple more times. Think less forcing, just more breath. I'm going deeper into the abductors. We're going deeper into the outer hips, glute med in this practice. And as you lift up in towards down dog, sweep that right leg up and back behind you in 3-legged dog. Take time to step right foot between your hands, back knee comes down. Low lunge. Rise all the way up. Stretch your arms up. Go for just length up through the spine. Front ribs knitting in. Breathe wider into the side ribs. Flush more breath into your back ribs. The nice deep lunge in the front leg. Keep lifting up in the arms. Lower your hands down onto your blocks and start straightening both your legs. It's pyramid pose, but your back heel is lifted off the floor. And as you really drive down through the 4 corners of your front foot, coax your outer right hip back and your outer left hip forward. Check in with how your breath feels. Does your breath feel revitalizing? Is your breath helping you connect to more and more space? Use that breath. Wiggle your front right foot over to the left side of your mat. Yeah, go off center with front foot and bring your back foot over to the right a little. Take your hands or your blocks outside your front leg. Your torso is folding over to the right a bit. Keep your front leg as straight as you can. I know, straight as you can. And sway your hips a little more left. Really grounded in the front foot, more weight in the front foot, breathing forward and down over your right leg. You probably set your blocks aside, walk your fingers forward, and lift your back left leg and immediately take your left knee down outside your front heel. So we're going to sit all the way down, crossing right foot outside left thigh. So one option is that you can bring your hands behind you and do seated number 4 as we already did, right ankle over left thigh. Or you can have your legs down for cow face pose. So this means that you want to wiggle your bum so it's on the floor or put a block under your bum. But be sure to not sit on one heel, just slide the heel away. Maybe be upright or fold a little more. Lean more into your right glute, tip down your right bum. A little flexion in the feet, spread your toes, big, slow inhale and smooth exhale, over and over. Smooth inhale, smooth exhale. Let your breath blast right through the knots in your hip. Yeah, right through. One more big breath into that tight area. Take time to rise up and make your way onto all fours, onto hands and knees. Arc your spine as you breathe in and round as you breathe out. Couple more. Inhale, arc, belly drops down. Round as you exhale, pull belly up into body. Inhale, arc, chest up. And as you round, really fluff your back ribs up, up, up. Oh, I love cat-cow so much. So nice for the spine. Now we're going to flip it, reverse it a bit. So we're going to inhale and round. Exhale out your mouth as you lift your chest. Again, inhale, round, and stretch out your tongue for lions. Inhale, round, and get it out so that you feel more free. Right, so that you unburden yourself with these cleansing breaths. And you return to your vitality. So in a child's pose now, just relax, let that go. Trust that your vitality is here. Your vitality is increasing with every mindful breath you take. There's no hurry at all, okay, to eventually come up onto all fours and cross left ankle in front of your right thigh. So it's number 4 on hands and knees. Inhale and arc, lift sit bones up and round on the exhale. A few more times in this interesting tabletop position. Starting to get a little clearer on what's happening in the left hip. Arc and round. And as you lift up into down dog, uncross that front foot and sweep it up behind you. So left leg is up in 3-legged dog. Quietly step your left foot forward and bring your back knee down as your arms lift up into a nice, stretchy, low lunge pose with arms up. Weight down in the front foot. Think outer right hip forward. Think up, up with a nice tall spine. Big breath. Enjoy this life force, this transformative breath that you have. Now, lowering your hands down onto blocks, start straightening both legs and be right up on the ball of your back right foot with your front leg a little straighter. Pour over and down your front leg so your spine is long, as though your sit bones are tilting up behind you even more. Less rounding in the low back, bowing forward and down with a long spine. And breathe in this revitalizing air. This incredible breath. And take your time to walk your front foot over to the right side of your mat and walk your back foot over to the left. So a little crisscrossing of the feet. I'm keeping my hands on blocks. You might want to remove them. You can always walk your back foot forward just an inch, just a little bit. And as your front leg extends even straighter, pull that front left hip up and back. Fold your right abdomen over your left thigh. Be patient with this body. Give it all the breath you can. Right, sometimes in order, and generally all the time, in order to feel expansion and to feel space and to feel those, lovely vacation feelings, we have to work through challenges first. We have to be able to move through the tight spots of life. And we figure out more quickly with every breath how to get through. So start walking your fingers out in front of you and lift your back leg up and start to bend your top knee so that you're sitting down all the way down on your bum with your left foot over your right thigh. Bring your hands behind you and do that seated number 4. Or you can do seated cow face pose, meaning your outer right knee is down. And just shimmy your bum a little so you're not sitting on either of your feet. Move your feet away from your hips out to the sides. Option to sit up or to fold 5% more with every exhale. The breath brings us closer and closer to that expansive state that is our birthright. The breath brings us back to this state of openness and release. You're welcome to breathe out the mouth at any point if that helps you to have a sweeter release. Take your time to come up out of that for 90-90 pose. So sitting on your bum, have your right shin on the floor in front and your back leg bent behind you. So your front shin is up more parallel to the short front edge of your mat. You're sitting all the way down on your right bum. Back shin is over to the long left edge of your mat. So each knee is at 90 degrees. You can fold straight forward over your front shin. I like folding over the front foot. So I'm folding on a bit of a diagonal, aligning my chest over my front right foot. And without lifting up your bum off the ground, take big, big breaths. You don't have to go anywhere, really, in order to access space and rest and freedom. Don't have to go anywhere. It's right here. Slowly switching sides. So just bring your back shin forward. So you're sitting. And then keep that left shin in front and swing your right leg back behind you. Walk your front foot up a little bit. So front shin is parallel to the short front edge of your mat. And then sweep your back leg a little more over to the long right edge of your mat. So knees are essentially at 90 degrees each, or the back leg might be a little straighter. With a rooting quality back and down through your hips, work your chest a little more over to the right if you can. I always like to press and flex my front foot into my hand. Notice when your breath falters. Notice when it gets sticky or stuck. The breath is here, again, to help you move through what feels contracted, what feels stuck. Right, and this is how we just find and access ease more and more quickly by remembering breath more and more quickly. Ease yourself up out of that and set up your block near the top of your mat. We're going to do a really lovely passive neck release. So you're going to use the edge of your block and you're going to rest the edge of your block underneath your occipital ridge. So just below your hairline at the back of your neck. And sometimes I hold on to the block and I just angle the block a bit so I get more of an edge into the top of the back of the neck. Slowly, you can roll your head to the left for a deep breath, just a little. And maybe stay in the center for a deep breath. And then roll your head a little to the other side for a breath. Underneath your skull line, the top of the neck. Unclench the jaw. Maybe legs are straight on the floor, whatever feels nice for your legs. No need to force this one, but let the back of your neck press gently into the edge of the block. Then let your breath flow into the areas that need it. Even though you don't have lungs in the back of your neck, imagine that you do. Give your neck a couple more breaths in this spot. Nice and slow, remove your block to the side. Use both blocks to support under your outer thighs here, staying in a reclined butterfly with soles of your feet together, knees bent wide. Sometimes we don't even realize how much we can benefit from the props until we use them under the outer thighs. Maybe hands on belly if that feels inspiring for you. Let your inhales just go a little deeper down into the belly, a little lower into the belly, so your hands rise as you inhale. And your lungs just naturally deflate as you exhale. So inhale, feel the hands rise, relax the belly. Exhale, the lungs deflate. Just taking a few more low belly breaths. The best sensation you could ever look for or seek is right here. You don't need to go anywhere to find it. You can feel refreshed, revitalized, clearer in any given moment right now. All we have to do is remember to show up. Remember to breathe mindfully. Remember to let go. Thank yourself for being here. Thank yourself for remembering how to let go. I'm going to leave you here. Please rest as long as you'd like, and I hope to see you again very soon. Take care.